Still requesting watchdog helo above.
Same road track.
En daar, nu wordt hij mooi op om die.
Saltpack available.
Haha!
Shock charge
Doe die moet help man!
Semtex front. Grenade incoming. Five enemies flying. Get your hands up your arse and check your fucking target. Throwing shock charge.
Target WPR, weapon hot. They're gone.
Move up. Marksman is down.
Taking effective fire. First vector. Two friends down.
Watchdog Hilo has been eliminated.
Throwing shock charge. They ain't going nowhere. Using scout
Bring it in
pulse.
recon.
Too fucking close.
Archangel available.
Yeah, how old are you doing?
Scout pulse going out.
Avenue. Freewick Avenue. Oh, I'm over 16. 2JO.
Going on.
Hey, yes. Yeah. Alright, egg fried rice.
Yeah.
I'd like some fucking spare ribs.
Any sauce or fine?
Sauce please.
Any sauce, yeah?
2 cans of Coke.
Yeah.
Pot of barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Chips.
Yeah.
That's it, I think.
Hostile assault
Deep fried
back there.
rice, crispy barbecue sauce, barbecue sauce and chips.
Throwing shock charge.
Everyone close? Yeah. Yes, it is. Thank you. Oh, fine. One second.
Requesting Watchdog Hilo down.
Long one.
Operating RCXD.
4751.
Same block track.
3901.
Flashbang incoming.
Yes.
Semtex incoming. Using lethal. Semtex.
Okay.
The higher I get, the better I shoot. Activating scout pulse.
Archangel going hunt.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Cheers. Is it what?
Feel that? They're about to break. Keep them in now.
Fucking coward! Fast track front.
Hey, Stoke. Oh, listen, I sold it there. Yeah.
Also, Dog Hilo, go there now.
They never stood a chance. Looking to extract Crimson.
Mission area's ours. Dispatch clean.
Alle stod rundt og se alle tøjet.
Tracking enemy. Move up, march things down. Gotta start somewhere.
I'll be back. I always come back.
I love you, Chucky.
Go, go, go!
One eye.
Set that shock charge. Come get some ammo. Enemy impact. Was that your best shot? Scanning with scout pulse.
On are you?
Yep, trap is set.
Oh,
Enemy
no,
heads up. Frag. Heads down. Sniper. Concussion grenade sighting.
Enemy RCXD
Shock
detected.
out.
Eyes on enemy.
Setting up blast trap.
Hostile
Say
RCXD in
this
your
once.
AO.
Do not fuck with me. Eyes on Semtex.
The hell is really?
Blast trap armed. Shit, sniper working.
Hostile counter UAV established above.
Mine neutralized.
Identified enemy flash.
That's that, guys.
Evidences in the station.
ja. I-böna, det var nivåförande.
One of your suspects is in Detroit.
Enemy trophy system removed. Was that your best shot?
Vi må over det på med nogen.
Keep plugging that shit out.
Enemy RCXD detected.
Target dropped. Assault pack destroyed. Enemy with Semtex.
What the fuck's going on out there? Tighten up and show some spine.
Scout pulse is up.
Destroyed one of your assault packs.
You fucking me? Activate catchback protocol. Get your ass back to base.
Biggest job I had, worth $240,000. They worked on it for 5 months straight, sunrise to sunset, weekends included. So Dad took out a loan to buy extra equipment because the developer kept pushing for faster completion. Said there were buyers waiting. Said we'd pay a bonus if they finished early. So my dad pushed his crew hard. He had inspection reports showing violations. Reports from three contractors who claimed that the reason my dad's work. Invoices showing he'd already paid $95,000 to fix the damages. It was terrible for us. I just saw trouble connect frequently. Stress. Wasn't sleeping.
Mais nous, tu nous entends depuis, tu vois?
Bah je sais pas si nous entendent ou pas. Mais un truc qui est sûr, c'est qu'il me
C'est quoi ça?
The judge was nodding along, taking notes. Everything felt hopeless. That's when this woman in the back stood up wearing a floral dress and carrying a massive purse. Your Honor, I need to say something. The developer's lawyer spun around looking annoyed. This is a closed hearing. You can't just interrupt. The judge looked curious. Who are you? County clerk missed records. Ordered for 32 years processing every single building. The lawyer tried to object, but the judge waved him on. She pointed right at the developer. This man filed permits for that subdivision using the contractor license number. Here's what's interesting. 3 months after your dad finished, he filed permits for additional work on those same houses. Listed a different contractor, different crew, said it was renovation work. But I pulled the permits from his other projects too, and he's done this exact same thing before. Twice, actually. Courtroom went dead silent. The judge leaned forward. You have proof of this.
Still confirmed.
That's permits going past 4 years, showing the same thing. He files the lawsuits right before the license suspension with it for unpaid permits. Uses the lawsuit to claim the contractor abandoned the job while he keeps all the fire permits and pays nobody. The developer case went. The lawyer started shuffling papers, frantically looking. The woman kept going.
Why is Star watching Reddit stream?
Brought copies of permits, complaints, 3 separate contractor board investigations that somehow managed to avoid. The judge took 5 minutes to read through the documents to face him. Fraud charges will be filed today. This lawsuit is dismissed with prejudice. He turned to my dad. File a countersuit for your full contract now, plus damages will
Bro, turn off the Reddit stories, man.
So, just $60,000. Damages. Developers facing two other contractors on board. What you broke, you waited in court. What's the moment in court that made everyone go to? My sister said, you were not invited to my wedding. I said, your choice, yeah. I took $5,000 tonight. I was during mom at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday when she called. So about the wedding, you're not invited. Stop hurting. What? My fiance and I talked. He thinks you're kind of weird. I've been alive. No, we're siblings. My wedding, my alright. Your choice. Glad you get it. She hung up. Why the wedding thing?
Yeah?
We already paid it for this. So then you need to say you could side facts. We hung up. Okay. I declined. She called 8 more times in the next hour. Then
Heads down.
You told
Sniper.
me. You ruined everything. This is my wedding. You ruined it. Oh, you selfish piece of garbage. I didn't respond. Friday, 8:34 p.m. My sister called Dad. Mom told me about it later. She tried crying. Said we were destroying her dream. Dad told her the same thing. Invited to look on yourself. She hung up on me. 6:18 p.m. Her fiance texted me. First time ever. You need to tell your parents you're fine not coming. This is ridiculous. Hey, I am fine not coming. My parents decide what they spend money on. Our wedding, your wedding, your guest list. Their money, their choice, no response. 11:52. Can you come my sister? Oh, fine. You're invited. Tell Mom's dad. You need to apologize. For what? For uninviting your brother because he's weird. Oh my god, you're such a...
Sending impact grenade. Eyes on.
I called these after my mom abandoned my proposed move.
Yeah, trap is
I'm
set.
making instant ramen when someone knocked on my door at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. I opened it, and there stood my mom with my 2 younger siblings, Mia, who's 8, and Connor, who's 10. They had backpacks and looked confused. Can you watch them tonight? I have plans, Mom said casually. What? Mom, I have work tomorrow at 6 a.m. Thanks. She turned and walked toward the parking lot before I could finish talking. How long is tonight? I yelled after her. Text you. She shouted back without turning cool. Mia started crying. Connor just stood there holding his dead Nintendo Switch. I pulled them aside and called Mom. Straight to voicemail. I called 6 more times. Nothing. An hour later, she texted, "Stop being rude. They're your siblings. I raised you. Now you help me out." Called again. She actually moved out. Kevin, last week I thought your aunt told you. You what? Don't start. I deserve happiness too. Kevin got a job in Phoenix. The kids were holding me back. I got life. So you're just abandoning them. 1-3 throw play. Being selfish. I did my job as a parent. Now it's your turn. She hung up and blocked my number. Connor asked for my leftover run. Mia asked when Mom was coming back. I said soon and turned on cartoons. I texted my Aunt Kim. Did you know Mom moved to Arizona? Yeah, she told last month. Said she was leaving the kids with you since you have space now. I have a studio apartment. Well, I can't take them. I have my own kids. And Mark lost his job. I sat on my bathroom floor and called 911. 2 police officers showed up 30 minutes later. Officer Garcia and Walsh. They took my statement while Mia and Connor ate pizza on the couch. Your mother lives in Arizona now? Garcia asked. Apparently. She told me tonight. Just dropped them off and left. And she's refusing to return. She blocked my number. Walsh made calls on the radio. Garcia talked to Mia and Connor separately. Turns out Mom had been staying in hotels for 3 weeks with Kevin, telling the kids they were on vacation. She pulled them out of school without telling anyone. No forwarding address. Child Protective Services showed up around midnight. A woman named Shannon asked about my living situation and income. Can you take temporary custody? I work 50 hours a week at a warehouse. I can barely afford rent. Foster care is extremely full. If you're family and willing, it's better for them. I looked at Connor and Mia sleeping on my couch, sharing my only blanket. Temporary. Until you... Janet looked at me paperwork. Next morning I called my boss and explained. He let me take the week off unpaid. I got school transfer papers started. Bought hair with my emergency savings. Called every number for Kevin. Nothing. 3 days later, Mom posted on Facebook from a California beach with Kevin, drinking cocktails. Caption said, "Finally living my life." I screenshotted and sent it to CPS and police. Mom's sister called me that I got Mom in trouble and here I involved police in family business. I hung up. A week later, police in Phoenix found Mom at Kevin's apartment. She was served with abandonment charges and a court order to return. She refused and got arrested. Kevin bailed her, then dumped her. 2 months later, CPS called. Mom tried to pay her parental rights to I can't suddenly wanted custody, but only for the Social Security survivor benefits from her dead dad. CPS denied her. I got permanent custody. My apartment denied my lease renewal because 3 people violated occupancy rules. I moved us into a 2-bedroom that costs way more. I work overnight shifts now, so I'm home when they're awake. Connor joined soccer. Mia stopped crying every night. Sent a friend's request last month. Declined it. She texted from a new number, seeing if the kid wanted a video chat. I blocked it. I called the police after my mom abandoned my...
There's some interesting or fun Christmas traditions you followed. My parents were celebrated all out with money on credit cards, etc. One Christmas we were particularly broke, but Dad went out and spent probably most of his paycheck on asking gifts. When we got home, my mom had been with us all day, and since there was no money, she hadn't gone food shopping. All we had were some cheap hot dogs and canned beans. My parents put the beans in the pot. We wrapped the dogs and threw the dogs on over the fire too. My sister and I loved it so much, we did it again the following Christmas. Eventually, we weren't quite so cool. The $2 AP hot dogs became bacon, then some rice, then a bunch of bratwursts. The beans went to BM, then eventually we had some gourmet shit. My sister and I are now adults with our own families. Our entire family has hot dogs and beans on Christmas Eve. What are some interesting or fun Christmas traditions you follow? My parents were poor when I was a kid, but you wouldn't guess it if you saw how they celebrated Christmas. They always went all out, money on credit cards, etc. One Christmas we were particularly broke, but Dad went out and spent probably most of his paycheck on last minute gifts. When we got home, my mom had been with us all day, and since there was no money, she had gone food shopping. All we had was some cheap hot dogs and canned beans. My parents put the beans in the pot of the fire, grabbed the hot dogs over went camping, and we all gone over the fire too. My sister loved it so much, we did it again the following Christmas. Eventually, we weren't quite so cool. The $2 AP hot dogs became bacon, then some rice, then a bunch of bratwursts. The beans went to BM, then eventually we had some gourmet shit. But my sister and I were adults.
Enemy watchdog here.
Even on years when we're not together, our entire family has hot dogs and beans on Christmas Eve. What are some interesting or fun Christmas traditions you follow? My parents were
Why would the German snipers
Set that top top.
when you look at this? You see, this pass was cut out to the side. There's the gap allowed the snipers to rest their head on the gun with its buttstock, where the gun frame was designed to stop but it the visibility of the sniper, and the frame was not strong to stop it. Ready. German army. Why would the German snipers?
Father's will reading. My stepbrother laughed and said, "Looks like Dad loved me more." His letter says otherwise. Looks like Dad loved me more. My stepbrother Trevor said it at the will reading. Dad loved his car collection. Vintage Mustangs. Worth about $400,000. The boat, the vacation property in Colorado, all the toys. They have the house. The one Dad and I built together was $600,000. The one worth maybe $200,000. Trevor shared renting. I always knew I was his favorite. My stepmom clearly smiled. Put his hand on him. The lawyer cleared his throat. Actually, there's more. He looked at me. Your father left specific instructions. I opened only after the initial will reading. Pulled it from my jacket. Everyone's misshifted. What's that? Trevor's smile faltered. This is a letter Dad gave me 3 days before he died. Along with the I opened it, read aloud to my son. If you're reading this at the will reading, then Trevor took the bait. Everything flashy. Everything he always does, because that's who he is. It's ridiculous. Spoke with your hands. It is.
Shut down Archangel unit.
Trevor's egg went red. That's not possible. Continue. The boat purchased with a loan in Trevor's name. He said the
Watchdog here overhead.
loan paperwork. It was $85,000. He started to slow. Trevor pulled it. It's in a truck. Here's the fish here. Trevor, but only if he needs it. $12,000.
You wanna get out of this alive?
Reverse
Better step up.
The room went silent. Trevor's voice cracked. You're lying. The lawyer. He reviewed them. Went through pages. It's all legitimate. Title, loan documents, trust agreements, all legally binding. Patricia's voice shook. Why would you do this? I looked at her. Because Trevor spent 20 years like there was less than him. Dad's charity case. A kid who wasn't really family. Dad watched. Dad listened. When Trevor stood, this is insane. The lawyer shook his head. He was filed and executed years ago. There's nothing to test. Recently revealed what already existed. Also, one more paper. There's also this. A recorded conversation. Let's play. Trevor's voice filled the room. Once the old man was selling everything. The cars, the boat, all of it. Ryan gets time. He's not really anything. Patricia's voice. What about the house? Trevor lived. I'll be living with Billy. The recording stopped. Patricia looked at Trevor. Betrayed. You said you took care of me. Trevor slumped into his chair. He stood. Dad heard the conversation. He was in the next room. That's when he changed everything.
Hey!
Quietly transferring. Making sure you got something what you deserve.
T'as niqué sa mère à gauche, là?
The lawyer's vote. Is there anything else? Just one thing.